up, we got Doonebug97, the man with all the bling here in his picture, but he's not wearing any medals yet this weekend, hopefully trying to look for one at the finish of it. But he is running a Diggersby, Shadow Feraligatr, Malamar, Ariados, Talonflame, and Azumarill.
Yeah, the Talonflame is really interesting. I mean, Doonebug is running it. I thought I saw Rise was running it as well. And in this situation, especially when Clodsire, most of them have dropped Stone Edge. Most of them are running Sludge Bomb and Earthquake, and that matchup versus Clodsire is a lot better when it is Sludge Bomb and Earthquake. So you really only have to worry about that the Shadow Drapion and the Dunsparce. If you are the Talonflame and Doonebug, it is looking pretty safe on that side. But otherwise, pretty meta picks, except Doonebug is actually running the Ariados, another poison type that is not seen on that top 12 usage. We have 3 poison types in top 12, but Ariados might be the 4th strongest poison type in the meta. Doonebug brought it, and here we are. Malamar might be the best Pokemon right now. We got the mirror.
All right, it's going to be an interesting one too. Charge card is going to be pretty key here. You can see both running superpower and Foul Blade. I'm sure a lot of you know who Doonebug is, the 3-time regional winner from last season. But Kevin Reed, this is, I believe, his 2nd ever tournament, first being Peoria last year, almost exactly a year ago, going 65th place here. So definitely facing off against a pretty tough opponent in round number 1 against Doonebug.
And if you ever played Psychic Cup, you know that your attack matters in this matchup because you really want to win the charge attack priority. And there it is. Looks like Doonebug does have that higher attack Malamar because you also can get an attack break point versus Toxapex, which makes the Toxapex matchup a lot better. Actually hangs on the bulk, the shiny Malamar able to take that, and now suddenly Kevin Ree is going to be able to take the alignment in the lead by knocking out Doonebug's Malamar.
Wow, I did not see that coming, but here the Feraligatr has an MG advantage. However, if Kevin Ree brings in Dunsparce here, he's in a good spot. Let's see if he chooses to do that or not. Going to wait out the timer a little bit. Here comes Dunsparce. It's going to be pretty nice. Doonebug does have a lot of ways to go for this Ariados because you got Dunsparce and Clodsire in the back, both that just completely beat it.
Yeah, but you're not in a terrible situation with the Feraligatr. As you can see, once you land 2 Hydro Cannons, the Dunsparce is almost knocked out, but if you do have a better stat product Dunsparce, you can take that double Hydro Cannon and get the 2 charge attacks here. No Protect Shield from Doonebug. It looks like it's going to be poison on poison in the back line, probably with 2 Protect Shields for both poison types.
I think Doonebug's making the read that it is not a Clodsire in the back. This Clodsire in the back is going to be really strong for Kevin Reed. And here's the thing, you saw to take out this Dunsparce, and he actually swaps the Dunsparce in, or swaps the Ariados in, and in comes Clodsire. This Clodsire, though, is running Stone Edge, which is going to be more favorable in this matchup. And you can see Doonebug actually going for the lunge instead of the Trailblaze. Definitely interesting because this is going to be resisted.
It's resisted, and the Trailblaze is neutral, and it ramps up your attack by 1 stage, but he wanted to hit this lunge. He knows that Kevin Reed is running that Stone Edge, but I feel like, actually, let's it go. Let's go the 1 stage attack debuff Stone Edge. It does so much into the Ariados, but you're not going to be able to Poison Sting down in Ariados, so now that you let that go, you know that you can hang on from fast attack pressure from the Clodsire. You just don't really want to take rollouts.
Yeah, it's an interesting play from Doonebug because the thing is you can tank the Stone Edge even if you don't land the lunge, I believe, but maybe it gets a little bit, maybe you can survive this poison thing a little bit better here too. Doonebug knows better than me probably, and here
50-second timer is up already. Here comes the Dunsparce swapping into a Trailblaze, actually not going for the lunge because you expect Ariados to probably swap out here. I'm actually surprised that Doonebug doesn't go for the lunge. He ramps up his attack, but looks like he's staying in. Looks like he's going to try to get to that lunge. Can he hang out for rollouts? He doesn't hang on. He gets knocked out by Kevin Ree's Dunsparce.
And Kevin Ree has back-to-back draw run. That's all he needs to take a first game win off of Doonebug. Too. Kevin Ree looking stressed, but he's had the advantage this entire game, and he is going to close out this first game. And what an upset in this game number 1.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Doonebug had the opportunity. If he lunged there, he gets to the back, right? He goes for the Trailblaze to ramp up his attack, but his attack doesn't matter in that instance. He needs to be able to hang on from those rollouts. So I think if Doonebug throws that lunge, he does get the double charge attacks. Maybe he has a chance, but Kevin Ree able to play that in-game with the Dunsparce. Fantastic by him to get the huge upset, like you mentioned. You saw all those medals that Doonebug had in that opening picture.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, I'm personally not a huge believer in Ariados, but we'll see if my opinion will change over the week or not. I think it's a very strong Pokemon in the sense that it gets this move super quick, right? Especially with that buff to Trailblaze as well. It's going to get there after 5 Poison Stings, really able to match that super fast pacing of something like a Feraligatr. But at the same time, too, it's kind of a shield hog, right? It's going to have to take a lot of shields, as you can see. Doonebug spending all shields on the Ariados.
Look at that!
Bad matches.
Look at that! 1 HP Dream. I don't even see the HP.
Yeah,
it's gone.
Yeah,
it just hangs on. It's like a ghost. It's for Halloween. It's being spooky there.
I don't even know if Switch Advantage was going to be as important for Kevin Reed because the Ariados doesn't have a lot of places to go, but having Switch Advantage definitely helped him out in that situation because, yeah, that was just going to allow the Dunsparce to be locked in the Feraligatr. We're going to game number 2 here, and it is going to be the Malamar into the Chestnut. Not a great matchup for the Chestnut. You have some initial play, but the side wave really adds up in damage. I've seen it a couple times against the Shadow Champ. It is not comfortable for fighters. You can see why many shields. Yeah, again, the Protect Shield too. The instant superpower, I assume this is going to be a superpower in dip here for Kevin Reed, and here comes that Drapion safe swap. One of the strongest safe swaps in this meta for sure, but Doonebug does have that lurking Diggersby in the back. That ground type is good.
Do you go Azu here, though? Because it's kind of clunky to just go for Fire Punch. Yeah, go for the Azu Bubble Down because you know that it's going to be Crunch Aqua Tail, and actually you just got a free bubble in that makes the farm down a little easier. Even if you get debuffed here, you should be able to get that full bubble down before you get knocked out. Actually gets the first debuff, but Kevin Reed, the luck is in his favor early on here in Louisville.
Yeah, this crunch damage and poison damage is going to definitely add up over time, and it's not going to be comfortable for this Chestnut. What do you want to do? You can't really come into a Azumarill load.
Oh, another debuff!
Oh my gosh, the luck is definitely on Kevin Reed's side, but unfortunately Azumarill is very bulky, and it's not going to you know, it's still going to be able to get all this energy off against whatever comes in, and actually coming in with the chestnut instead. We see KevinReeeeeeee go for the double shield here, and first shield is going to connect, and let's see what happens here. Azuma going up for another ice beam, and KevinReeeeeee trying to go for the vine whip down. Let's this next one go. Can you hang on? Because I feel like the first shield's kind of wasted if you just let this go with all this energy on the chestnut. Barely survives. In comes the Malamar, and you get the snipe down from Doonebug to precision play, and now he has 3 Pokemon still remaining. Diggersby has a positive match for Dunsparce, but on top of it, he still has the Malamar, and he's going for the very risky bait here, but KevinReeeeeee not shielding here, recognizing that the writing's on the wall.
Yeah, it's tough because Dunsparce is out of range of 1 superpower, so maybe he didn't want to debuff himself early on, but the thing is, you do have that Diggersby in the back anyway, so Doonebug is really close to tying up the series. KevinReeeeeee just doesn't have that much left against a full health Diggersby, which can beat Dunsparce either way. We're going to see if Doonebug lets this go. Actually decides to show his 3rd Pokemon. Maybe could have shielded this up and then stayed in with the Malamar, but looks like he's just going to try to go for that superpower to get the knockout. No, doesn't get that knockout. Now he's going to see the Diggersby, and that is pretty much a wrap for KevinReeeeeee here. Maybe was hoping there's an Ariados in the back, so he had a chance.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even Ariados at that health range with a shield advantage would still be able to take out this Dunsparce. You can see KevinReeeeeee recognizing that he's not going to win that specific one too. I think it was a smart decision for Doonebug not to shield up the Malamar because, you know, KevinReeeeeee had back-to-back runs, so it wouldn't have been that useful. But very strong game for Doonebug in game number 2. Chestnut's an interesting Pokemon, right? So it is the one Pokemon in this meta that complete walls off that moveset of Dunsparce with a Rock and Ground type. Rock and Ground type, super strong coverage, but fighting and grass will, you know, completely resist all those moves. So if you get it locked onto a Dunsparce, fantastic. 2 things though. 1, Doonebug doesn't have a Dunsparce, and 2, unfortunately getting it into the Malamar and then Azuma is not going to pay favorable to KevinReeeeeee. Obviously you have some decent matchups still, right? It's going to be decent into Azuma with shields up. It's going to be good to Feraligatr. It's going to be good to Diggersby. But at the same end, you have 3 kind of bad matchups on the Talonflame, Ariados, and Malamar. So,
yeah. And even though Doonebug doesn't have the Dunsparce, it was a good meta read because Dunsparce is #1 here in Louisville.
Yeah.
So to have the Chestnut as that hard pressure versus the most common Pokemon, that is a smart decision. He brought it into game number 2, and it's funny, actually his double debuff kind of worked against him because he did bait out the Azumarill so that maybe he could have double shielded and gotten a Vine Whip down and got a ton of energy, but because there was that double debuff into the Azumarill of Doonebug, you weren't able to ramp up much energy because these Vine Whips were doing so much damage. Azumarill was already so low health, he wasn't able to flip the momentum on his side there with the Chestnut, so he kind of had to let that go, and once that was gone, the game was kind of over. But Doonebug shows Ariados game number 1, KevinReeeeeee shows 3 things strong to Ariados, and then brings Chestnut game number 2, which is really weak to Ariados. We're going to see if Ariados makes a comeback in this game number 3, and that is perfect for Chestnut. Chestnut has the Azumarill matchup, and there's that Ariados in the back.
Yeah, we're going to have to see how KevinReeeeeee responds to this Malamar safe swap. In comes the Drapion. This is going to be a possible match. We're going straight for the Aqua Tail here. Interesting play from KevinReeeeeee. This is non-stab, whereas Crunch is stab, but also neutral, and has that chance for debuff. But maybe recognizing that 2 Aqua Tail is enough, knowing his matchup knowledge better than me for sure. In comes the superpower from Doonebug. Going to just throw it right away for the next move is going to be thrown, recognizing that he's not going to win this matchup, but wants to have extra energy for the Azumarill potential. Oh no, goes for the shield now.
And
Can you flip this?
And I don't think you can side wave down, so you're going to try to get another shield with your superpower, but maybe you're just going to double shield through this matchup and take the alignment here. Looks like that is what Doonebug is going for. Does get the shield here, so looks like Doonebug is going to double shield early on to get the alignment to keep the Ariados in the Chestnut, which you can win that down shield because Ariados pulls all of Chestnut's energy, and then it's going to be up to if Dugong can close everything for KevinReeeeeee.
Yeah, I think this is where the difference would have been if he went for the Crunch instead. And in comes the Chestnut, the aggressive counter swap from KevinReeeeeee because he recognizes he's not going to win switch advantage anyway, so he might just swap over here and not give the Malamar any extra farm. But yeah, like you said, it's going to resist all this energy from Chestnut. It's going to be a fantastic place for this Ariados. Ariados actually going for the resisted Trailblaze instead of the neutral lunge here against the Chestnut. Interesting play from Doonebug. Maybe recognize that he wants to poison this thing down, and he's not going to be able to be taken out by the Frenzy Punch either.
And yeah, this is going to be double resisted, and now it's such a risky pivot by KevinReeeeeee because now Doonebug can possibly get to a superpower against the Dugong in the back. If you just stayed in there and then soaked that superpower foul play on your own Chestnut, then your Doonebug, or your Dugong would be a little safer in the back. Now he has to make a tough decision. He's shaking his head here. Is it going to be a Trailblaze? Is it going to be a lunge? And it's that lunge bait. It is protect shielded. That is the thing that debuffed the Dugong, and now you're already at another Trailblaze. Looks like Doonebug's going to try to prove you wrong. Ariados is just throwing off charge attacks right now.
Well, Ariados with this much energy could probably beat most things in this meta, and that is a hard-hitting Trailblaze. You see KevinReeeeeee trying to swap there, not able to even get a single move off with this Dugong. Ariados going for the full team sweep now, and here's the thing, the poisoning is resisted from the Drapion, and you see Ariados able to poison all the way down. 3-ball for Doonebug to close out round number 1.